you. Much appreciated. Yeah, exactly as Roger said, I want to just talk about a couple of trends of what I'm seeing within the rental space. And there's quite a lot of changes that are coming up tax-wise and so on. And I just thought it was useful just to reflect a little bit. Clearly, George Osborne isn't getting an Easter egg, Christmas card, or anything from me. But I think it's a given that most of us are going to see higher taxes in terms of the mortgage interest relief that's coming in from about a week and a bit's time. Just for those of you who aren't completely aware of what it means to you, if you go on the Upad website, towards the bottom, there's a calculator that we've built, and you can put in what your overall mortgage amount is, interest rate and tax band, and it will tell you what your additional tax will be for each of the 4 years that it comes in. It comes in over a taper relief over a 4-year period. So there's going to be higher taxes. That bundle is to represent tumbleweed in terms of the time it takes to let a property. And I think there's things that we can be doing to ensure we let our properties speedily and we don't have any voids. And then tenant fine fees, and including what happens in terms of tenant fees that a lot of agents are going to be passing on to us as landlords. I think it's a given there's going to be higher costs for us as landlords going forward. So I thought it was useful just to think about what that means for us, and when we're choosing an agent, what things we should be looking for. And I think customer service is absolutely imperative in today's marketplace. I'm an absolute signed up to Amazon Prime. Things can't happen fast enough. And I think that's the same for so many things. We expect, if you're doing live chat online, that somebody's there and you get a response straight away. You don't wait 3 hours as HMRC seem to do these days. And I think we should be choosing an agent that offers exceptional customer service. And this started off because a couple of months ago I was asked to present at Rightmove's staff conference talking about the future of lettings and where I saw it going. And it was in a hotel in Milton Keynes. And I inquired about 10 different letting agents in Milton Keynes on a Saturday morning when I was putting my slide deck together. And of those 10, 7 agents never came back to me at all. One did that day, one on the Monday, one on Thursday. But I just thought, as a landlord, I'm paying somebody to act speedily, and they're just not ticking the box for what we want of a speedy service. And I just thought I'd just delve into this, whether going forward there's going to be a future change within the market, and actually letting agents are going to get a bit of a refurb as much as we do within all of our properties. And since doing these talks, I thought I'd just talk briefly about what I think we do differently compared to other agents. And my rationale for doing this is, before we sign up an agent, whether it's the same agent or a different one, we should all be mystery shopping them, a bit like what I did when I was putting that slide deck together, and see how quickly they come back to us, because it's actually not so much what fees they're charging, it's how they operate and the customer service experience they offer to your customers, your tenants, that I think is really important. So as far as Upad's concerned, we offer an active tenant fine service. So what that means is when you put an advert on with us, it's not post and forget like it is with Gumtree. We're there to help you through every step of the way. We actually want to get it let as fast as we possibly can. We use some software tools like HubSpot and Salesforce, which has got a load of rules and systems that we've got set up within it all to really manage the process. So if we feel we're getting less inquiries for you than we think we should do for your type of property and its locality, our guys will call you and work with you to see what we can do to make sure your property stands out and gets let faster. We have several property performance managers that are there that really understand the space. Whether you've got a property in Abergavenny or Canary Wharf, they have so much knowledge now about what will make your place let and what we can do to help you get it let faster, rather than it just be this idea of post and forget. Apple Macs to PCs clearly don't work, but we're here 7 days a week. And this is because, and it's really interesting for all of us to note, we get nearly 40% of all our tenant inquiries outside of normal office hours. So for tenants, we offer a service 24 hours a day. For landlords, we're here 8 till 8 during the week and 9 to 4. If you get stuck, you're not sure about something to do with tenancy agreements or your advert, and anybody you speak to is ILA accredited. They know the inside out from a Upad perspective of what will make your place let, and they're really here to help you. And I think finally, we've built a load of bespoke tech. So whether this is going through the tenant referencing process, we will keep you up to date every single day about your tenants and your guarantors, whether they've paid, whether we've had their previous landlord reference back, for example, so you're fully in the loop. And we built most of this ourselves over the last 4 or 5 years because there just wasn't the stuff on the market that you could use. So we thought, well, let's build it ourselves. But my point for mentioning all of these things is that when you're choosing an agent, some of these things are really important in terms of acting speedily and helping you let your property. But the key thing I just wanted to leave everybody with today is that when you're letting your next property, make sure you do your own due diligence on an agent, actually maybe mystery shop half a dozen in your locality, and rate them, a bit like Top Gear's call board, and on how good they are on certain things in terms of speed of response, fees, how their ads look on Rightmove and Zoopla, so you make an informed decision before you put your property on the market, rather than just going with who you've used before. Sometimes if you're using Gumtree, it can actually be a false economy. It actually takes 4 Gumtree leads to every Rightmove lead to let a property when we did our last test on that. So hopefully there's some insights to make you think going forward about what we can do to hopefully minimise some of our costs, given Mr. HMRC man isn't our best friend these days. I'm doing a couple of webinars, one tomorrow with Tom and Twistle at Landlord Zone on rent arrears and how you can not get in a position where you have them. And then after my holiday next week with Arla, we're doing one on AST clauses of top 10 things that should go in there. We'll cover off things that aren't allowed. So for example, saying you don't accept pets isn't accepted, but we'll be running through that in a couple of weeks. You can register on our homepage towards the bottom of that page for those 2 webinars. They're both at 7:30. Thank you very much indeed. You can download this guide, which also gives you £40 off your first transaction with Upad. We charge 120 quid to advertise your place until let. Thank you very much indeed.